today's video, we are going to cover how to calculate concrete volume for piles and then figure out how many cement bags, sand, and crushed stones required using Excel and Revit. Hey everyone, welcome back to Civil Builders. I am Engineer Arsalan. Here is an outline for this video. Our first step is to review the drawings and extract the required dimensions. So, after extracting the dimensions, we input these values in Excel and perform calculations to get the concrete volumes. And then we move towards the Revit to perform the same calculations. And at the end of this video, we compare the results. So let's start today's video by reviewing the drawings. So first navigate to the piles layout plan. From this layout plan, count the number of piles. And then move to the section layout plan and check the pile's diameter in the depth of pile. Well, to calculate the volume, use the formula pi d squared by 4 into h, where d is the diameter of pile and h is the depth of pile. Now let's open the Excel workbook and input the extracted values. In the number column, type 22 as there are 22 piles. For the value of pi, I use 3.14 and the diameter of pile is 2.5 feet and the depth of pile is 60 feet. Now to replicate this formula in the cell G4, type equal to and then add bracket and then select the cell having pi value and then select E cell twice as it is d squared in the formula and then divide the cell with the 4 and then again multiply it with height and then press enter. By using this formula, we got the value of volume for a single pile. Now to calculate the volume for the 22 piles, type equal to and select number column and then add multiply symbol and then again select the quantity cell and press enter. So we got the volume for the 22 piles. Next we calculate cement bag, sand and crush required for this volume. Our wet volume is 6476 cubic feet and the mix design we use is 1:4, where 1 represent the parts of cement and the second represent the part of sand and the 4 represent part of aggregate. So our first step is we need to convert this wet volume into dry. So we use this formula. So type an equal to and then select the volume and multiply it with a factor 1.54. We got the dry volume. Till now we have completed our first step where we convert our wet volume into dry volume. Now let's move to the second step where we need to calculate the cement volume. So for this purpose we need the ratio of cement, sand and aggregate. This ratio comes from the mix design. Now to calculate the total ratio, type an equal to and then use the sum formula. To evaluate the cement volume, type equal to and then select the cement ratio and divide this ratio with the total ratio and then multiply it with the total volume. Well, let's head on to the cement bags calculation. For this purpose, we need to use this formula. We have to divide the cement volume with the volume of one bag of cement. As we knew that the one bag of cement occupies 1.226 cubic feet volume. So to reflect this formula, type an equal to and select the total volume of the cement with the volume of one bag of cement. So you get 1162 bags. Let's try this value by using the formula density is equal to mass per unit volume. We knew that one bag of cement is 50 kg and the density of cement is 1440 kg per cubic meter. By inputting these values in the formula, volume equal to mass over density, we got the value 0.374 cubic meter. To convert this value into cubic feet, we need to multiply it with 35.315. Then we got the volume 1.226 cubic feet. In the same way, we can get sand volume. Select the cell and type equal to. Select the sand ratio and then divide it with the total ratio and then multiply it with the total volume. Similarly, for the crush volume, type equal to. Select the crush ratio and the total ratio and multiply it with total volume. To summarize all these steps in a single cell, move to another sheet, type in equal to, select the cement ratio and divide it with the total ratio. Multiply it with the total volume, and then also multiply it with the factor and divide it with 1.226 for cement bags. Similarly, for sand calculation, type equal to, select the same ratio and divide it with the total ratio, and then multiply it with the total volume and then with the factor and press enter. Now for crush, use the same way, type equal to, select the crush ratio, divide it with the total ratio, and then multiply it with the total volume and then with the factor and press enter. If we change the mix ratio, the volume updates automatically. Now let's head on to our Revit section. So open the Revit model. This is the model that we have created in our recent series. You can find the link at the top right corner. To calculate the volumes, first navigate to the schedules and create a new schedule by selecting the new material takeoff and choose the category. Select structural columns, rename by simply typing, and then press OK. From this dialog box, select the required field. To shift the field from the left to the right box, use this arrow.
In audio.
To calculate the total ratio, select this calculated parameters and type total ratio. And select the cement, sand, and coarse aggregate. And press OK. For cement bags, add the calculated parameters, rename, select the volume, and just divide this volume by 1.23 and multiply it 1.54 and then multiply it with the ratios and divide with the total ratio. And press OK. We got the spreadsheet by inputting the fields. We can modify its parameters and the formatting from the properties panel. For instance, I want to change the fields. I can also add more fields, and from the filter, I can filter the field that I required. For instance, here I want P1. Press OK to apply. Now I got all the fields that have the mark P1. To calculate the total values, select the formatting select the cement bags, and from here, type calculate totals. And from the sorting and grouping, check this grand total option and press OK. Now we got the total value of these cement bags. Now let's add sand and crush in this table. For this purpose, click on this edit field option, and from here, select this calculate parameter and rename it as sand and input the formula and press OK to apply. Similarly, for crush, rename it as crush and input the formula and press OK to apply. Now we got two more fields in this table. We can change the mix ratio by just inputting the values. Like here I want to change the mix ratio to 2, and here I want 4. As I take a lot of time by inputting the values manually, so I go to the sorting and grouping option, uncheck this itemize every instance and press OK. Now from here I simply change the ratio by typing, and again go to the sorting and grouping option, and from here select this itemize every instance and press OK. These are the values that I have drawn from the Revit. We can calculate the difference by subtracting these values. That's all for today's video. In the next video, we'll proceed further. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video.